Audrii Cunningham, a bubbly little rural Texas girl with everything in front of her.
She was bright, vibrant, happy. She was a very social young girl. She loved animals, and she was known for that in her neighborhood.
On a chilly February morning, a family friend, Steven McDougal, agreed to drive Audrii to the bus stop a half-mile away, something he had done on many occasions.
Steven McDougal was really just a friend of a friend, kind of an acquaintance that they decided to give a chance and help out. They let him live in a trailer park behind their family home.
But after school that day, the bus came to their stop, and Audrii didn't get off. Thinking Audrii missed the bus, her father calls the school only to discover his daughter never arrived at school that morning.
That's one of the worst days of a parent's life, not knowing where your child is. And that nightmare was a reality for them.
They immediately contact the police, who issue a Texas-wide Amber Alert.
This Amber Alert was a bomb in Livingston. It's all anyone could talk about. It's like the entire community of Livingston was living the parent's life.
We would like to have her come home. It's not like her to, just run off or disappear. She has a lot of loving family.
Family and friends begin searching for Audrii. Even Steven McDougal joins the search. And shortly after he was questioned by police, he took it upon himself to post on Facebook stating that he has no idea where the young child could be.
He had posted on Facebook saying that he's not guilty.
As the community continues to search, investigators are honing in on Steven McDougal, who was pulled over for a traffic stop and arrested on an outstanding aggravated assault charge.
I think that the arrest was more or less by design in the Cunningham case.
And what everyone learns about McDougal is frightening. He's been in and out of jail for the last 20 years with a recent conviction for enticing a child. Now, his own Facebook post claiming that he was not guilty is a glaring red flag.
This was shocking. This sounds like something a guilty person would post on their Facebook in relation to a missing little girl.
Days later, police get their first evidence break. A red backpack found by the dam at Lake Livingston. It's Audrii's.
There was no sense of relief. There was no sense of happiness and thinking that we're getting closer to finding Audrii. There was a sense that we were getting closer to finding what happened to Audrii.
When police question McDougal about Audrii, he admits he drove her that morning but refuses to say where.
McDougal started taking them to different locations throughout Livingston. He took them to one that was near the backpack. He took them to another location near the Trinity River.
But police already knew McDougal's cell phone data put him at the Trinity River the morning Audrii went missing. And there, a grim discovery. Police divers pull the 11-year-old's body from the river.
Audrii was recovered from the river, tied to a boulder that weighted her down to the bottom of the river. Someone sat there and wrapped this cord around a little lifeless body to secure it to a boulder and then threw it in a river.
Before long, rope found in McDougal's SUV matches the one found on little Audrii's body.
Almost like this tragic discovery of Audrii gave police exactly what they needed to pin him down for this murder.
Saddened by the tragedy, the community holds a candlelight vigil for Audrii.
There's nothing that we could possibly say that will bring her back to us.
But the Cunningham family soon comes under fire in the media. Questions swirling. Did they know anything about McDougal's past?
McDougal had this lengthy criminal history, and so why would you let someone like that around your children? That was the big question that the community was asking.
He was allowed to stay at our house. We were asked and we agreed to help him.
The Cunninghams claim they were trying to do a good deed and had no idea McDougal was a convicted sex offender. In fact, he didn't appear in the registry.
Our granddaughter was the second victim of his because of the loophole in the law that allowed him not to register as a sex offender. And we've suffered the consequences.
McDougal is indicted for Audrii's murder.
According to Polk County, McDougal has developmental and intellectual disabilities, and that makes him ineligible for the death penalty here in Texas.
He accepts a plea deal. The sentence, life in prison without the possibility of appeal or parole. It's a decision the state prosecutor believes is fitting.
This resolution ensures that Don Steven McDougal is being punished to the fullest extent that I, as a state prosecutor, have available to me.
So, in one sense, we have this monster off the streets. He's gone, and this family doesn't have to sit through a brutal trial.
But though her parents are spared that grueling heartache, now they are only left with memories of Audrii and a hope for new laws that will not let this happen to another child.